good afternoon, or is it good morning? Maybe it's good evening, but welcome. Thank you for joining us. This is Roger Gilbert. I'm sitting here in Abu Dhabi, and we're at the end of the second day of VIV Middle East Africa event. And we're on the exhibition floor, and in our booth, I'm happy to say that I'm being joined by Sven-Olof Malmqvist. He is the commercial director for a company called Nordic Feed Solutions.
Yes.
Thank you, Sven. And it's an opportune time because I want to explore what companies are doing in this space, given that they are new to the market, and he can tell us how old his company is and the product range that they can supply. Welcome, Sven.
Thanks a lot, Roger.
And tell us, to start with, how old is the company?
The company is very young. It's just on the third or fourth year, I guess, so it's quite young.
Yeah. And what's your product range in this space?
Okay, what we are doing what we call acidifier, or more antibacterial products. Coming from Scandinavia, Sweden to be more exact, where we actually banned antibiotics for like 25 years ago. There must be some replacement. So what we have today, we have a range of products which are based on inorganic and organic acids, some salts and some other ingredients in the formulation, very specific formulation. And it's actually on a carrier, which is a diatomaceous earth, which is a very natural product, and it has all other abilities than just absorb acids. But we use that so we will get a granular product in the end of the day.
Okay. And the raw materials for manufacturing these products, are they local to Scandinavia or are they imported globally?
I'm glad you're asking, Roger. They are sort of both local and European, and in some cases we have to take them further away because they are not available in Europe. And of course, it has been quite a nightmare recently due to the situation with the pandemic, and also the freight cost went up to the roof, but now it's getting back to normal again. So we are able to be more effective, but we are trying to get good quality European raw materials as a first.
Right. And are you finding that, following the pandemic and all the war, the disruption in the Middle East, etc., is having an impact on prices? Do you see that feed manufacturers are altering their formulations and maybe minimizing the use of these types of products?
It could happen because when you have a situation where the economy is really strengthened, sometimes they will cut back on things that don't really need to have. It can work anyway. Like minerals and vitamins you need to have, otherwise you have no growth. But in some cases, maybe some other products will be excluded for a while. But then, of course, you can bite you in your tail by doing that. So they have to be aware of that as well.
I'm really interested in this microbial resistance, this product that's helping us avoid the use of anti-microbials. Are feed manufacturers aware of that, and are they utilizing it for those terms?
I think they do. It depends which market you're talking about, and also how far the ban has come. If you take Asia, there is no ban yet about antibiotics, but even so, I think the company today are trying to get away from antibiotics voluntarily, and then they try to find some replacements. And these antibacterials based on organic and inorganic acid is one solution. There are more solutions, of course, and you can also make a combination between these guys and some other products.
Yeah.
But I think they are trying to get away as far as possible.
I think I'm wondering if you agree with me, but I think the industry needs to be doing more to remove antibiotics from the food chain.
I think they have to do much more because it's still a big issue.
Yeah.
But I think they are getting there. Even in the US, we have seen a development in that direction as well.
Yeah. And do you find that maybe in poultry or pig production or even in aquaculture that we starting to use these products more strategically to control disease or the resulting use of antibiotics.
Yes, they do, and I think the main application today is in poultry and pigs, but also into the aqua, because you also have a lot of issues with bacteria within aqua, particularly shrimp. Is one division where you should look into more.
Well, we've just had a conference here on extruded fish feed production, and shrimp was a highlight of that. And I think maybe we need to hear more about this type of product that helps us avoid the use of antibiotics in the long run. Would you be joining us possibly if we extended an invitation?
Yeah, absolutely. We're very willing to do so.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we'd like to obviously invite you next time we have our little conference ahead of a VIV Middle East Africa or VIV Asia. But just to finalise our discussion, how have you found the exhibition here in the Middle East today?
I've been a couple of days now, and I find it quite good. It's okay. Maybe I think there's still some drawback due to the situation we have in the globe, so to say. But I think for us it has been really good and very interesting. And the good thing with this kind of exhibition is that it's not. I mean, we are now in the Middle East, but I meet people from all the world. So I will actually utilize that contact by being here in this market, but also, I mean, I'm working. Like I said, I can meet people who give some waves to US or Southeast Asia or whatever. So you have to be on this kind of event to make some contacts. You have to have face-to-face contact. You cannot not just do team or whatever you call it, because you need to have the physical contact.
Yeah, and that's what's happening here. You can see it's obvious that these people are very happy to be back together again at these events. Yeah. And Sven, thank you for joining us. All the best with your new company, and look forward to having you on one of our conference programs in the future.
Thanks a lot, Roger.
Thank you.
Thank you.